Hey guys, it's your boy the Invisible Eye here, and today we're gonna be here with Newton. Today is gonna be one of my, I'm gonna say, most official movie review from the last time I did it. And this movie we are going to be doing a review on. It's called The Beekeeper. So yeah, this is a movie acted out by Jason Statham. You know who that is? Best way I can say is that if you watch Hobbs and Shaw. He was in that movie. He was the one that played. Let me make sure I get this right, yo. Let me see. Robin Shaw. Yeah, he was one. Yeah, he was the guy who played Shaw. No shit, but yeah. So let's just start off by saying that this movie. Oh, and before I start, this is gonna have spoilers into it. So if you don't want to leave, if you want to leave, and go come back when you finish watching the movie because I don't want to spoil it for you. I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to go. So five, four, three, two, one. All right, either one. So let me just start off by saying, out of 1 out of 10, what am I gonna give this movie? I'm gonna say that honestly, I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. Yeah, this was a pretty good movie. It's a action based movie. Bet if you have watched John Wick, and if you haven't, go watch that movie now too. That's also a great movie. It's kind of like John Wick, but like on a more intense version or a more intensified version of John Wick. So let's start from the beginning about this movie. So we're gonna start by we basically when you basically start the scene by seeing this guy, you learn that his name is Adam Clay. So you learn that we first start off by seeing that he just in a shed or a kind of like building an apartment for himself where he's managing bees. He's managing bees, and then also you have this neighbor that I forgot her name, but she was like an old lady that was taking care of him. She like she being very neighborly. She was a good friend of his. They have meals together. They talk. So yeah, he really liked her. And then one day he goes out to go do his bee managing, and we come to see that the lady she's here on the laptop, and then she gets one of those like those scam calls, scam messages that you'd be like, oh, click this because error or something. I don't know. We locked your debit card, or there's something wrong with your account. Blah blah blah. And because she's old, she doesn't really, she's quite vulnerable, and it's also new technology. Since she's of age, she doesn't really know how to operate this technology as well. So unfortunately for her, she does like in the beginning we see that she is getting robbed by these people who are trying to scam us. So yeah, it's like a quite wild scene of them just going them back and forth. She's trying to say that she's trying to like get why she's getting these emails and whatsoever. And you can see on they show you the other side of like the big like consumer like scamming base that people have. And it's basically like this whole operation where the managers on the phone like, oh yeah, you gotta click this, you gotta download this, you gotta do all this. And then after, he's also using this as a teaching lesson for his whole company or his whole like site that he's managing, saying that, oh, she's gonna once she does this, we're gonna have all her account, all her passwords and everything. And then yeah, here's the thing too, she had like multiple accounts under her that I think some of them I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if all of them were just hers, but I think she said she was managing some accounts. I think she said there was some accounts she was managing, and then they all like had like a good amount of money on it. I think she had like 5 accounts in total, and then after they said that, okay, you're gonna have to log in here, install this, and then it's gonna fix the issue. And she's like, well, I can't take this to the bank. He's like, oh well, you can, well, but I guess your data is gonna be gone. And then after she does it for like one account, and then she sees that $50,000, or 50,000, $50 million has been transferred from her account or they basically taking away $50,000 from her. And then you hear this guy, like these assholes on the other side, like, "Oh my God, it was so a mistake. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, you can. I'll try." She's like, "Oh yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. Like, just send it back to me." And then after, and the guy's like, "Oh, I really can't because I'm gonna lose my job and everything." And he's making up excuses or like why he can't do it. She's like, "Oh, we can take this to the bank, but then your data's gone." And then since she still doesn't know Alpine technology or that well, she's like, "Okay, no, no, it doesn't. It's fine. We're just gonna keep going." He's like, "Okay, okay. So this is how you fix it." So she's still trusting them when you see all the red flags. And then, long story short, she basically gives them her password for all her accounts management with all the money, and then just like that, boom, gone. All you can see, all the counts, all the balance, zero, 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 and you're like, oh, because it was so sad. Because it was an old woman that she really didn't know how to operate this technology. It's new to her, still kind of new to her, and she just got scammed because she didn't know any better. And it wasn't even her fault because she's not young, so she's not really updated with all these times and whatsoever, and like how this can happen. And then after you just see, and then here's the thing too that y'all that it happened in the very beginning of the movie that as soon as like she would know that she's been scammed in all her accounts, like obviously she's freaking out. But then the sad thing is too that she freaks out to the point of suicide. Well, she just, shoots herself in the head because, there was accounts that she was managing, there was her accounts, some other accounts she was managing. So basically, she just robbed everybody of their lives, basically, because all the money been stolen and she can't pay them back because it wasn't, I don't think it was her money to begin with. So then, yeah, she just kills herself because I guess, she's old and it's too much for her. And she was such a kind old lady in that short film. But yeah, so that so while that all that was happening, the beekeeper guy comes because she invited him for dinner, and then after he comes in, finds her dead, and then we come to find out that she also has a daughter too that also was coming to visit her at the same time he was, so he found her dead, and then the daughter is also a cop. The daughter is a cop. I'm not sure if her husband was a cop. I don't think her husband was a cop, but she's like a cop, and then she comes in, she sees that her mom is dead, she also sees him, so obviously she's gonna assume that he was it. Yeah, it was like a little short argument that they had about how she was saying that, oh, he should have done it. It had to be him that killed her. They come to find out that she did suicide. She apologizes, and then she comes to tell him um about these people that scammed her and made her commit suicide because of what they did to her. And let me tell you all, this guy is a savage. Because let me tell you, all this happened. This is not like a weak thing, dude. First day that this is still the day she just committed suicide. Once he learned out, he said, "You know who this?" She said, "It's this organization, whatever. I don't know this organization." That same day where she died, he's like he gets a phone call, talks like to some people over the line. You don't even know. Looks like some government official. He's like, oh, they're like, oh, I thought you were retired. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I need you to do this one favor. Find this organization for me where they are. First day, the same day where she died, yo. He goes to the organization, brings 2 cans of gasoline and stuff. Beat security walks inside the place while they're still like hacking or scamming other people, and he basically says, this is gonna happen. You're gonna first tell me that you're never gonna be robbing any elderly people or innocent people like that. And everybody's like, who the fuck is he? Someone gets like, I'm gonna just stand up. First guy that stands up, wham! Beats his ass so fast, so brutally, and then he gets everybody's attention. He makes them say like, yeah, yeah, we're not gonna do it again. So he's like, okay, good. Now I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. So you should better leave. And they're like, what? And you just see him pouring his gasoline inside the whole headquarters. Everything sets this whole building on fire. Whole building on fires, burns everything to the ground. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Manager comes in, he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Why'd you do this for?" He's like, "Well, you ain't good people." And then yeah, so then all that happened. Like so, basically, everybody just still confused because this is like happening on the same day about him. He just burned down this gambling or it's a gambling scamming website in faster than the police could even catch them, because apparently before they have no records of them. And then yeah, they the manager's here, like he just here in shock. So he calls his higher up, and after we come to even find out that the higher up, like the top of the list, he's basically the son of the president. Yeah, she is the president. He is her son, and we because here's the funny thing about the son. So basically, the son is basically he has all the power. He's the guy who's like he has all the power, so he can do whatever he wants. He know his guardian is he leaded the CIA for 30 years, and I think he's retired now, but they still respect him. His mom, the president, and then we also find out he these are like these small operations that he like had under control, and then that one where he burned down he said, "Oh, I have like I think he said I have like multiple more, like 20 more, whatever, that he was manager under, and to like basically keep his mom in power because we learned that all of the mom's funding to become president that was basically all corrupted money because he was just stealing from people and using it for her." Which we find out at the end of the film, which is not really important right now, but yeah, they call him and then they basically tell him what happened. He's like, "What?" He's like, "So you're telling me this one guy that is a beekeeper came and beat your asses and burned down the facility?" He's in shock. And after he's like, "You know what? We're just gonna go find this guy." So he goes, talks to to his guardian that we his basically his guardian of like asking him like, can you like help me find this guy that just came and like did some arson on my one of my freaking companies. And then basically he was reluctant at first because he said that he didn't know he was a beekeeper, which was funny when I get to that, because we're not gonna get to that yet. So he basically helps this spoiled son or child, whatever, finds his guy, and then after all this is like I'm just still like I'm it's kind of interesting that all this was happening like and I thought you thought like well all this happened would be like a week worth or something, like a week worth of time. No, next day the people that he burned down their company, they go to his house or the lady's house because they went to the information to, I guess, I don't know how they knew, but they knew that the guy was here for her. So they came, found his where he stayed. They tried to pull up on him the same next day, but it wasn't a challenge for him. They came in, and this guy, I'm telling you, he's a savage. Takes him out one by one by one. And then the manager, last guy that he has to take out, he doesn't even kill him. He killed all the other henchmen. He killed instantly. And it was so brutal. Sometimes there was one where he had like the gun over the guy's mouth, and you see him like pop. Like it was so graphic. Like you see his teeth pop out while he's like strangling him with the gun and something like he over the mouth. And then he had like some knife skills of stabbing some guy in between. He's hanging guys up. And for the manager, he was just torturing him. So it's like he grabs him. He's like manager here shook like, "Oh my gosh, who the hell are you?" And he doesn't even say nothing. He just says, grabs his hand, cut off his finger, and then use him as bait to basically call his superior. And then you see the beekeeper Adam Clay on the phone like, "Who is this that I am going to kill?" He basically threatened his life, saying that the guy that I'm speaking to on the phone right now, I'm coming for you, and then basically just hangs up the phone. And then this son is just right now he's shook. So he's like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy?" And he's only a beekeeper. So then he goes to his guardian, which is like I said again, the leader of the CIA, and he's like, "What the fuck just?" What the fuck just happened? Who is this guy? Why? And then he just said he's gonna he's gonna come and kill me. Can you come help me? And the guy's like, "Yeah." So what did you say he was? He said, and here's what's funny on. He was like, "Oh," he said he was a beekeeper. He said, "A beekeeper?" And then everybody's so confused, and like everybody in the audience like, What's a beekeeper?" And then even the son's like, "What's a beekeeper?" He basically like, it's funny. The beekeeper is basically like the perfect way to put him is that he's basically like John Wick. If you've seen John Wick, he's John Wick, and basically they're like, he told the son, which was funny, that even though I lead the CIA for like 30 years and I have all these people under my command and stuff, if a beekeeper says you're gonna die, then you're gonna die. And the son's like, "What?" He's like, "There's nothing I can really do about it, because apparently these like these beekeepers, they're like, I think they're like government trained. Which that's just one reason why I think out of a 10, I gave it a 8 out of 10, because we learned that what beekeepers are, that basically their job is basically just keep the community or the hive safe from like people they see like as a threat to the community, which he saw was these like people, online scammers that was like doing elderly people very dirty. So then, yeah, they basically he just apparently he's like a retired beekeeper, that he was he's basically like a special agent that they used to train for over the years. He was like one of the best. And then, yeah, the CIA guy, the guardian dude is basically like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I can try and help you, but you're going to die, dude. And then after, it's always funny because even the daughter, it's funny. The daughter came and then she said like, while he is doing all this, because this is only happening like in 2 days. So the daughter like just finished grieving her mother. Then she come to find out, like the same people that scammed her mother, their building got burned down. He killed everybody that was operating the facility, and she's like she figures it out that oh, it was the beekeeper or the guy living right beside my mother that she was friends with. He was friends with her, and after they figured out that, oh, he's taking revenge, and then they figured out that I don't know how they figured out that he was like a government trained like spy or a beekeeper, what they call it. And then even I knew, here's the thing, the movie basically emphasized you about how dangerous these beekeepers are, because even for her, but she was going to her bosses, because remember, she's a cop. She goes to him. She goes to like her cop facility, and then they explain to her what's going on about how these people scammed her mother, and then how he's taking revenge because he liked to, like, not like to like sexually, but he liked her like as a family or a friend, and then he trying to take revenge on all these people. And then once she just said that, oh, she's a beekeeper. She was talking to a lady first. I'm guessing that she was supposed to be in charge of the operation. So she said beekeeper. The guy next to her like, all right, I'm director now. You said beekeeper? All right, no problem. What do you need? You need a SWAT? He basically just gave everything. He said, what you need? SWAT, guns? Like, he knew exactly what she was, like, what like, the situation was, but she just said beekeeper. And then, yeah, he basically just giving her everything she needs to basically go catch this guy, which and then over the film, she's kind of like, because it's funny, because it's like, he is doing justice because it was her mother and they did make her kill herself. So she's like all over the fence between the whole film, like trying to catch him. Like, oh, should I be siding with him or should I be siding with like justice, because he's killing people and he's putting the law, or he's enforcing justice on himself, which he or I mean he's enforcing justice. Like, he's basically doing the deed of giving the death penalty. Like, everybody, like, basically he's giving out, like, if you're going to die, you're going to die, which is, we know that's not the system. You have to go through court, blah blah blah, they script all that. But yeah, so yeah, so basically this whole film, it just we just you just see this Adam Clay guy. He's just being a savage. He's going through people, like CIA guy, the CIA guy, he tried to stop Adam Clay, couldn't stop him. I'm not gonna try and go through all the details of all the fight scenes there was a lot of fight scenes, there were a lot of gory scenes in this movie, and then after Adam Clay, like, he's just going through all of them. He sends the CIA team. He basically beats them up, but I don't think he kills them because he's like I don't want to kill innocent people that just doing the job. So I don't think he kills them. But there are scenes where he sneaks into the CIA team, takes them out, because before he went after the son, he was going after another one of his companies to basically show him, like, I mean fucking business. Like, I'm going after another one of your companies. So I'm pretty sure that was the West. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like, there's some parts in the movie that I wasn't sure. Cause I remember, I think unless I'm wrong, I think he said that the guy leading all the operations said he had about like 20, but like in the movie you only see him like take down two, and then he's like doing torture tactics on like all the manager. Like, one guy, he had like his hand on the freaking decks and he's stapling the hand, trying to get him to give him information. Every time he's like, you don't want to tell me, boom, staple his hand, just keep stapling, guys. And he doesn't do it once, he like does it five. It'll be like boom, 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 just stapling his arm. And it's like, I'm like, this guy just a savage, and you can tell why, because the moment anybody says beekeeper, and then they for like even the girl, if she told the boss I needed this, I need a SWAT team or I need this, they will just give it to him. He'll be like, oh, how much you need for this? No problem, we're just gonna give you money. Just you just need to take this guy out. And then here's the thing that makes it even more interesting. Yeah, because like I said, so the son is still, because he's terrified. He Because this guardian that he knows that he's supposed to be his protector. Basically, he leaded the CIA. He got his men to go after him. The men couldn't do shit against him. So the son basically, and then the guardian basically said, you know what, you should go to your mom's. Just go hang out with your mom for a little bit, because they're thinking, since she's the president, he can't get to her, which we find out that it doesn't stop this guy. So yeah, son goes with the president. Son goes to his mother, which is the president, asks her for protection or help, and she's still kind of confused of like what is happening, like why this guy trying to kill my son, and then she finds out that all the money was corrupted. But yeah, I'm not good. We're not gonna go into every detail of this movie, but basically, long story short, we're gonna go like Adam Clay, which was the beekeeper. He is just brutally he's taking everybody out. He's making his way basically to the president place, and he manages to get there. He gets to the president. He gets to basically the White House, coming for the son, because like I said, son is over there hiding behind like all his presidential power, whatever, to try and keep him safe. He basically infiltrates the president's White House, whatever, comes in, kills the son, shoots the son in the head, everything. He just like, it was funny too, because the son was like, oh, well, before he even got there, son's like, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? He's coming to kill me and what's up? Like, you're not gonna stop him. You're gonna do it. And the mom's like, you know what? At this point, we just need to tell him the truth about what we were doing. She said, oh, I'm gonna go repent. I'm gonna apologize. Basically, she's telling him that we're sorry for what we did and what you did to that old lady. And then someone's still confused, because he's like, technically, y'all, he said it wasn't really his fault, because it was like, it is and it isn't his fault, because he's managing like all these like companies, these online consumer scamming companies that they that like scam only people, and they take away their monies and stuff. But then it was basically this specific company that like robbed like this old lady that he was friends with, that took away all the money, but he still was like the boss of all of it. So yeah, it still is his fault. So it sounds like, he's trying to think like, oh, technically I'm not really supposed to die for this, but you're the boss. So the guy's like, oh, Adam Clay is like basically like, you're going to die. So he comes in, kills the son. Then yeah, there was also a scene where once he killed the son, he's escaping, and then the daughter sees him. She had the chance to shoot him, but she let him go, because it was her mother that died because of these people, and she didn't really like these people. She didn't like these people either, because they killed her mother. So she let him go, and then he escapes, and then yeah, basically that's how the movie ended. But so I'm like, it's interesting, because I think it looks like the movie ended on a cliffhanger. Cause it looks like it was set up for a part two, because he just comes in, kills the son. When everybody tried to stop him, the CIA guardian that I was talking to, that was like the leader or the chief of the police force that was issued to protect the son, couldn't protect him. He tried talking to the beekeeper, beat his ass. He killed the mother's son right in front of the mother. Like, it was so quick. And then now he basically, it looks like he's on the run. And oh y'all, I'm so sorry about this. I'm all over the place. Here's the thing about this beekeeper. Like, he's not no ordinary beekeeper. Because I think this is why I said I wish I knew like the origin of the beekeepers, like how they were like made and how you get made. Because it looks like, because I forgot to mention this scene. One thing the Guardian, what he was trying to do was that he called. I didn't even know. You find out that he knows like the people who are managing like the beekeeper. Like, he knows like the superior, like the boss of the beekeepers. Like, cause let's say they also have their own organization where they're training. Like, cause like I said, remember what I said? He's retired, so they were trying to get a replacement for him, because apparently you were just that good, but boy, he retired, so they need a new beekeeper. So he calls them to basically tell him like, this is your rogue agent, like, yeah, and they're like, we know, like, we know he's gone rogue, he's trying to kill your son. I mean, not his son, but the guy you're protecting that you're supposed to protect. We know, like, he's coming to kill him. We're gonna send our present beekeeper, which was basically his replacement. That she tries to come in, tries to kill him. They have a whole fight scene. The retired beekeeper kills her ass. So yeah, basically, we basically in this film, you basically tell like you can tell like I think he's like the best beekeeper that they had. But I really wish that this film like really emphasize like how beekeepers were made and like what process of training you had to go. Cause throughout the film, he was talking about how he was lonely, didn't have like he basically makes it sound like he didn't have no one by his side his whole life. All he was doing was training to be a beekeeper. Now he's retired, he's old and lonely, so it's like you'll basically get a sense of feeling like he had no one throughout his whole life, and then now he just like and then the only person he had like as a friend died because of these people. So yeah, he basically just want to take revenge. And then so yeah, this movie basically I think it ended on a cliffhanger a little bit for me because here's what happened, y'all. He basically like he took out the police force to get to this one kid, broke through the president's forces, the beekeeper organization that he used to work for. He just killed the current beekeeper or the one that was supposed to be protecting the hive instead of him. And then, because yeah, they were supposed to basically they were supposed to find his replacement, and they did, and then he killed the replacement. So it's like he basically did everybody dirty. He did his own organization dirty by killing their beekeeper that they replaced him for. I think he killed some police officers, like police. Oh yeah, no, let me know. He killed some police officers too. He killed like the SWAT forces. He killed some of the president's guys. Like he killed a bunch of people. Killed the president's son, and then now he just escaped. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be number two for this movie because it's gonna look like that the mom is gonna get revenge because like I said, either way, even if her son was bad or not, that's still her son. And this guy that she basically doesn't know a lot about him just came and killed her son right in front of them, right in front of her, and she didn't even get to process it. And then this guy just he escapes because he just a savage and no one was able to stop him. But yeah, that was basically like the whole gist of the movie. I know I was all over the place. This is kind of like my first movie review. We'll try. Hopefully, this movie review goes more well, or it was at least well informed for y'all. I tried my best, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, overall, what would I give this movie out of 10? Like I said, an 8 out of 10. I said that if you want to go watch like a good action-based movie that have fighting, gory scenes, like just spy government work, like if you just want to see a scene where the protagonist is just basically like no one can stop him basically and he's just like causing chaos, this is the movie you're going to want to go watch. Overall, I think it was a great movie. I'm excited for part two. And yeah. So if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Also, please be sure to follow the social media down in the description below. And hopefully, I will be back here with another one of these movie reviews. That if you guys like this, or if this does go well, then maybe another one may come. But we'll only have to see in the future. But yeah, I'm the Invincible Eye, and like and subscribe. Peace out, y'all.